Bhopal gas tragedy. The Bhopal gas tragedy was one of the world's worst industrial disasters. It occurred on the night of 23rd December 1984 at the Union Carbide India Limited (UCIL) pesticide plant in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. What happened? A large quantity of methyl isocyanate (MIC), an extremely toxic chemical, was stored at the plant. Water entered a storage tank containing MIC, triggering a violent chemical reaction that caused a rapid rise in temperature and pressure. The safety systems were inadequate or not functioning effectively, and a toxic gas cloud escaped into nearby densely populated areas. Thousands of people died within days, while hundreds of thousands were exposed and injured. Death toll. The exact number remains disputed because different engines use different definitions and time periods. Government and historical sources cite several thousands immediate deaths, while estimates of deaths over subsequent years have reached 15,000 to 20,000. Major cause: poor maintenance and safety practices, inadequate emergency systems, storage of large quantities of MIC, safety equipment that was non-functional or inadequate, a hazardous chemicals plants located close to densely populated settlements. Combination. In 1989, the Supreme Court approved settlement required Union Carbide Corporation to pay $470 million in compensation. The Government of India subsequently established mechanisms for distributing compensation to victims and their families. In short, the Bhopal gas tragedy was not simply a gas leak, it became a long-term human, medical, environmental, and legal crisis, and it remains a major lesson in industrial safety and corporate accountability. The Bhopal gas tragedy happened because of a combination of chemical reactions, safety failures, poor maintenance, and inadequate emergency preparations. Why did it happen? On the night of 23rd December 1984, water entered a storage tank containing methyl isocyanate (MIC) at the Union Carbide pesticide plants in Bhopal. Water entered the MIC tank, causing a dangerous chemical reaction. The reaction caused temperature and pressure to rise rapidly. A large amount of toxic MIC gas escaped into the atmosphere. Several safety systems were inadequate, poorly maintained, or not operating effectively. The plant was located close to densely populated communities, exposing huge numbers of people. Emergency warning and response systems were insufficient to so many residents did not know how to protect themselves. Result thousands of people died shortly if afterward and many more suffered serious health problems for years. In one sentence, the tragedy occurred when water containment MIC tried carrying a runway chemical reaction while inadequate safety and emergency systems allowed the toxic gas to escape into a densely populated area. The Bhopal gas tragedy happened during the night of 23rd December 1984 in Bhopal, India. What happened at the Union Carbide pesticide plant? Water entered a tank containing methyl isocyanate MIC. This caused a violent chemical reaction producing intense heat and pressure. A huge amount of toxic gas escaped from the plant. The gas spread over nearby residential areas while people were sleeping. People experienced breathing difficulty, coughing, burning eyes, vomiting, and severe lung damage. Thousands of people died and hundreds of thousands were exposed to the gas. Many survivors suffered long-term health effects, and the disasters also created lasting environmental and legal problems. In simple words, a dangerous chemical reaction at the pesticides factory caused toxic MIC gas to leak into Bhopal, killing and injuring a very large number of people. Deaths: about 3,000 people died in the immediately aftermath. People affected: more than 5 lakhs people were exposed to the toxic gas and suffered very high degrees of health effects. Long-term deaths: estimates of total deaths over the following years are often around 15,000 to 20,000. So a simple answer is around 5 lakhs people were affected with thousands dying. The Bhopal gas tragedy involved multiple levels of responsibility, so was culti is complicated. Union Carbide India Limited (UCIL) operated the Bhopal plants and was held responsible for the Bhopal gas tragedy. Involved Union Carbide Corporation (UCCL) was the parent company of UCIL and become the central focus of civil and legal. UCIL operated the Bhopal plants and was held responsible for major safety failures, whereas Union Carbide Corporation USA was the parent company of former UCIL and became the central focus of civil and legal deaths by proceeding plant negligence management and receive prison usual sentence. Warren Anderson, then chairman of Union Carbide Corporation in 2010, arrested former UCIL, later left the country. He was declared dead by negligence and proceeding and died in 2020. 2014. Anderson, then chairman of Union Carbide Corporation, was the Indian government and regulators left the country. He was declared criticism force in the squander oversight and for allowed sitting and died in 2020 plants to operate without close to densely populated areas. So their government and regulators have also accepted single criticism for disasters resulted from and corporate safety failures, hazard levels, decision and regulatory failures densely populated areas. So there is not one universally accepted single version. The disasters resulted from corporate safety failures, plant levels, decision and regulatory failures.